Workmen are still here. Do you want to see an outfit? Should we do an outfit? We have to be quiet because the workmen are in there. Can you hear them banging? Banging, banging. Back at this mirror because the workmen are downstairs. So, boots, you look, tights, Primark, skirt, you look, all my golden oldies, just a polo neck from Marks & Spencer's, very thin polo neck, so I put a cardigan over it, which is from Marks & Spencer's, which is lovely, which is my mum's. Yeah, and I have a parcel. It's my Michael Kors dress, which I'm going to try on right now. That was the bag I was carrying before I opened this box. Well, if I had to be honest, I'm not kind of impressed with it looking at it there. Let's try it on and see. Okay, I forgot to show you the dress on because I was showing it on my Insta stories. So, moral of the story is you should be following me on Instagram if you haven't seen it. So, the workmen are just away. I can hear the hoover going. That's how desperate my husband is to get the house back in order because he's not used to living in this mess. So they literally walked out and I had the hoover going on. So let's go and see the results. So bearing in mind the workmen have just left, so it's not gonna look the way I'm gonna make it look. Let's go see. Look at this. That's a sight you'll not see too often, people hoovering. You know that feeling when you're cleaning, filling the cupboards and getting nowhere? That's where we're at. We're just as if we're getting nowhere. And it's, what time is it? What is that, 10 to 11? Is that 10 to 11, Rico?
No, it's 22:51.
At least somebody's got some sense of humour left. Dearie me. So far, this is empty. Pots are in. And cups are in. Plenty cups. Plates are in. Bits and pieces. Glasses. Recipe books and kitchen foil and bits and pieces. Scales. Pestle and mortar. And all of that. And more serving dishes. And more plates up there. And ladles. And I'm tired, I'm not showing you around anymore. Done the kitchen, under the sink as well. Under this sink as well, actually. That's all done. And all that's done. And all that's done. Wine's up there. The boiler's in there. I've just thrown the doggy stuff in there as well.
That's an interesting time to stir.
Breakfast things in here. Because the kettle and the Nespresso machine will go there, we think. So at 5 to 11, that's where we're at. Cheers. Hello and welcome to the 25th of November. The kitchen is complete. We have cleaned it, and I say we have cleaned it. The cupboards are full. It's 20 to 3, so we've been at it since this morning. Rico's just dirtied my sink for the doggy's bowl. shined it all up. So we're off to IKEA now because I need a new cutlery tray because that doesn't fit in my cutlery drawer. So I need a wine rack because the wine rack's not there anymore. So I think I'm going to put the wine rack there, but time will tell. No, I can't put that in the dishwasher.
Oh, that's fine then.
Right, that's why I left it in the sink there.
Okay.
So new wine rack and what else did we go for? That's it really, isn't it? So that's the kitchen all complete. There we go. All done. Shining for now. Okay. Let's go to IKEA. Let's go. Here we are in IKEA. It's pandemonium. Good morning and welcome to the 27th of November. It's my son's birthday on the 29th, my youngest. So I didn't vlog anything yesterday because I had quite a lot to do. I had nurses in and out yesterday because of my mum's hand, and I honestly can't remember how much I have vlogged about my mum's hand, but we know I called the fire brigade in to cut the ring off because I felt her hand was swelling up far too much. Then it continued to swell, and then we had 2 blisters, and I can't remember if I vlogged the blisters, but the saga goes on with the hand because those blisters have burst. It's looking awful, and because she's diabetic, doesn't seem to be healing, but I'll let you see anyway. If you're squeamish, turn away because I'm going to take you into my mum's room now and I'm going to show you her hand. So my mum's really not had a good time of it recently with the new diagnosis of Parkinson's, trying to regulate that medication. So she had lots of blood taken yesterday, which is really not good for her either, because when she was in hospital a few years ago they thought she had internal bleeding, hence she's on a high dosage of iron as well, but they didn't investigate the internal bleeding because at that time they really didn't think she had long to live. So I think this is about 4 years on now. But this is my mum just now. She's looking a wee bit better than she was yesterday, but she's really not good just now. But this is what's happened to the blisters. Now the nurses came in, they dressed them, but she keeps picking the dressing off. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to dress it just now, I think is what I'm going to do whilst I feed her. Let's get out the darkness. So I think what I'm thinking is I'm going to dress it, because the nurses always leave dressings here, and I'm going to put a glove over her hand. But what worries me about that is I don't want to create moisture. See, I'm not a medic, I'm not a nurse, I don't know, but I don't want her picking at that either. The nurses phoned the doctor for some more antibiotics because they were kind of worried of infection setting in. Oh, so basically yesterday I had just too much going on, and I honestly, I couldn't be bothered turning the camera on. I just wasn't in the mood, and I was trying to do my usual housework that I do on a Monday, and I did get to the gym in the morning, and that's another thing that's annoying me just now. I think it's probably the way I'm feeling. I need to go and let my dogs in because they're out just now. So yeah, into the white kitchen. I think it's very clinical, my kitchen just now. You probably guessed. Oh, just 1 minute, I need to wipe my dogs. Wait a minute. Okay, that's the dogs wiped. Yeah, you probably, it looks very white for me because you probably noticed from my decor in my house, I'm really quite old-fashioned with my decor. I like traditional, homely type thing. I know everybody's doing very white things just now, very grey furniture, and that's the colouring. I've never been into following the fashion when it comes to the house. I get this from my dad. My dad's view on a house was it's his house, it's for his comfort, and it's not for everybody else to enjoy, it's for him to enjoy. I remember my mum, you know, we had, I kind of grew up, I think it was kind of a Victorian type house, you know, in London with the bay windows, that type of house, fireplaces in all the rooms. It was that kind of house. And so we had the big lounge, the good sitting room, we had the separate big dining room with French doors, and we had a kitchen and what we used to call a morning room. So the morning room was kind of our everyday room, and my mum used to try and encourage my dad not to sit in the good sitting room and to sit in the morning room. You know, there was a TV, there was settees and everything in the morning room, and my dad wouldn't have it. He was like, excuse me? My dad was like, I pay for that sitting room, I've paid for that sitting room, I'm enjoying that sitting room, and not everybody else that comes into the house. So that was my dad's feeling about his house. You know, his house was for him and not for everybody else. And I tend to be like that, you know. I like traditional furniture, and I like the kind of furniture that suits me. I did used to have, our first house was very modern. At the time it was very fashionable to have black furniture and, you know, glass and black and all of that. And then my firstborn was born, and then I had Costa, and really didn't work with a child, that type of furniture. It was an open plan house, our first house, so it was a sitting room come dining room and the kitchen, and that was all that was downstairs, and we had 3 bedrooms upstairs. So Costa used to play in there, and everybody used to get everything off my unit. And you know, and I'm very much into letting children play and enjoying it, but I like a tidy house. So I knew I needed to move, and I needed a playroom, which is why we have the separate room there, and that's what we always called it, the playroom, because the boys were allowed to do whatever they wanted in there, and their books and their toys, and that was the room that they could just do what they want. And then I had my good sitting room. So yeah, I've gone totally off track. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I tend to do that. Anyway, it's coffee time, and cheers. So made it to the gym this morning. I did 3 classes this morning. I did, what did I do this morning? I did half an hour HIIT, half an hour spin, and 15-minute core. And honestly, it was a struggle this morning. I'm still struggling with the gym. I've been saying I'm struggling with it, and I'm still struggling, but I'm still going. I'm pushing myself to go. I feel better, sort of. I feel better with myself, and I knew I needed to go because I've not been eating well because of the kitchen getting updated. I've really not been eating well. I've been eating pizza and fish and chips and leftovers, and it really doesn't suit my body to do that. It doesn't do well with my skin, and it just tires me out. So today I'm going to roast some chicken thighs, roast some carrots and parsnips. Once I've cleaned downstairs, I'll get the dinner on, so get like a proper dinner today, because we really haven't. I'm expecting the kitchen man to come back as well for some niggly bits as well, to sort them out. So, you know, things like this. What's that? Right. Things like this. What's that then? Right. Things like this sticking out. I mean, why would you even do that? Then underneath there, I can see the shadow of the blue sticker that they've left on the skirting just there. So all of that, and they've done that in quite a few places. So all that needs to be, all that needs taken out. Put back in. Some of the doors need adjusting, like this here, just things like that, you know. I mean, look, they've left the sticker in here and I just can't get into that, so they're gonna have to focus. So they're gonna have to take the doors off to get that sticker off of that door. You know, they've left those stickers on quite a few of those, and I've managed to get most of them off, but yeah, things like that. Look, even that's the fridge door there, and they've left it. I can see the shadow of it where they've left it. So things like that. It's my cleaning stuff ready to start cleaning downstairs. So yeah, we have Prosecco and gin and tonic sweetie. So I'm guessing these are my chairs that have arrived. So I'm not even going to open the box. I'm just going to wait for Rico to come home, let him open the box and let him deal with them. So that's another thing for my kitchen. So we can get rid of those blue ones down there. Here are the new chairs unboxed, and yeah, love them. I've got a grey cushion, and I can lower them and I can heighten them, so great for Georgie as well when she's sitting having something to eat.
Georgie.
Georgie, yes Georgie. Hello and welcome to the 28th of November. It's Wednesday. Take that out your mouth. Don't put that in your mouth, no. Georgie's playing with her cars, with her daddy's and her uncle's cars. And I think we're going to go out to the shops. Should we go to the shops a wee bit, shall we? Should we go?
Hello.
Oh, right, okay, the car's a phone now. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Okay.
She's got a lovely wee dress on today, mustard colour dress, beautiful. With her little boots.
Huh?
I like your boots. Where's Lulu and Lily? Oh, she's going to the phone. Where's Lulu? Right, let's get your hat on. We're going to go bye-bye. Put the phone back. Let me see your hat. Georgie, let me see your hat. Oh, she prefers my bag. Oh, I like your hat. Oh, off it comes. That's Georgie having her wee afternoon nap. So I'm kind of like, because I've done all the washing, put it away, and I'm still kind of, will I do a bit of baking? But then say if I bake, I just want to eat it all. So I think I'm just gonna go and edit. Actually, I'm gonna have a coffee first. So it's my Harrods one today. There's a wee bit of cold coffee left, so I'm just gonna fill it up again. Go for vanilla. And enjoy the coffee. Go up and do some editing, or maybe answer some comments, one or the other. So I started my Christmas shopping yesterday, thank goodness. But I've still got so much to get, I'm still waiting on results from the doctor for my mum's bloods. So I don't know when they'll come through, but there was quite a few tests done. She's looking a wee bit better today. Should we go and see her? Let's go and see her while Georgie's sleeping. She's got a bit of colour in her cheeks. Her eyes look really heavy. But she's on a lot of medication just now. I don't really like... I'm trying to share my mum's... I'm trying... It's really hard for me to turn the camera on my mum, and I'm trying to share the disease just to help other people out there, because I've said before, I remember looking on YouTube for people that were going through the same thing, that could understand what I was going through, that I could connect with, that I could just... But I find it hard to turn the camera on her, especially when she's not having good days. because I just don't know if that's fair on my mum. So it's quite difficult, and it's really difficult to be honest about this horrible, horrible disease. But I want to be just to help anybody, if it helps one person that's out there, because it's a real struggle seeing somebody you love going through this awful disease. And I don't tell you the half of it because, again, I don't know if it's fair on my mum. That's the thing I keep thinking. Everything I share, I kind of ask myself, would she be alright with me sharing this? My mum was really quite a private person. I don't know. I don't know. I hope I'm doing the right thing by her. The thing that makes me share these things, that was my coffee machine making all that noise. The thing that makes me share all these things is the fact that I looked for it. I looked for it time and time again. But yeah. Anyway, let's have a coffee. That my Georgie woken up. Agape mo! Yaya's coming! Yaya's here!